Capstone courses and projects are another high impact practice. The capstone is what we use to kind of sum everything up at the end. And it turns out an experience like that really does improve student outcomes. So we'll talk briefly about what a capstone project is. We'll talk about what we ask in a capstone experience to drive higher level thinking, that's where we get the high impact. And we'll emphasize the importance of taking your time with a capstone project. Capstone course, very simply, is a culminating experience. It's something we do after students have finished most of their coursework to give them a chance to look back at all they've done in your program and on campus and figure out what it all means, put it in the context of their own experience, and to look ahead at how they're going to use all that knowledge for whatever comes next. Now, it's important to note, the capstone experience, certainly there's the cap, it kind of sums up everything that's happened, but it's also a bridge. The capstone experience looks forward to what students are going to do next. Are they going to graduate school? Are they going to a career? What do they need to take from all the things they've learned to be productive and happy and successful in the next thing they're going to do? So remember, capstone should focus on both looking to the past and looking to the future, putting your knowledge in the context of everything that's been and everything that's going to be. Now, capstone experiences are high-impact experiences for students because they take students through the full Bloom's taxonomy. Think about the higher-level thinking students are expected to do in a good capstone experience. They're asked several questions. What have we learned? There's knowledge and understanding spanning the entire program, the entire campus experience. How are we going to use what we've learned? We ask students to apply all of their experiences. What patterns and trends do we see in our field now that students have their 3, 4, maybe more years of experience, both in class, in internships, in other experiences? What patterns do they see? How do they analyze what they've studied? How do we fit what we've learned with everything else? When we get to the capstone stage, we ask students to bring everything together, to synthesize all their courses in their program with everything they've learned on campus, with the other experiences they've had, and say their service learning and their internships, etc., and bring all that together into kind of a coherent view of what it means to be a nursing major or an athletic training major or whatever their program's been. And finally, in a capstone experience, we can ask students to evaluate how well they've done, how they feel about their learning, and what good their learning is. So really, a good capstone experience will take students through the full Bloom's taxonomy with lots of good higher level thinking about their learning. But since it is higher level thinking, to do it right takes time. And that's what you should do with a capstone experience. Good capstone is not just a night at the bar after your internship. A good capstone experience may well be a full semester course where we review and refine our knowledge, even add to our knowledge, and talk about how all of our high impact experiences come together to form a holistic experience and a holistic learner. There is some research that indicates an online capstone course with asynchronous meetings may actually produce some better results for students than a traditional face-to-face course. Why is that? Well, the researchers speculate that an asynchronous setting gives students more time to reflect on the statements they're reading from others and to reflect on their own experience and put forward more thoughtful, well-developed explanations and understanding of the things they've been through. Now, that's not to say you shouldn't do a face-to-face capstone course. Face-to-face or online, a capstone course can be a great experience. You just have to make sure you give students time to really think through all of those higher level questions we want them to go through as they sum up their experiences. Take your time with that, and you can make a capstone course another high impact practice with great results for your students.